¿Qué tal amigos? Racing Chica here. This is part 2 of our 6-speed swap on Medusa. She's a 2009 Subaru WRX time attack car. And I'll put the link to the first part below in case you missed it. And if your local racetrack is requiring you to wear a mask or some sort of face covering, or specifically a non-vented mask, which I thought was kind of weird, head over to my website. I'm selling these super awesome, comfortable neck gaiters. They come in all sorts of colors. And if you're like my husband, who has a big bushy beard, oh, these are awesome. If you got one, unfortunately, you know, mine's not growing in, so. But I still love this because it's super comfortable to just go anywhere and they're easy. So, thanks guys, and I hope you enjoy the video.
Medusa.
In my previous video, I briefly went over the 10 main parts that I needed to do the 5-speed swap. So I'm putting them on here just in case you missed it. I got a little bit ahead of myself here and I forgot to film me removing the center console and removing the old shifter in lieu of the new one.
So here's my new shifter that I'm installing. Ooh, it's magically moving! The one we bought was the OEM STI shifter, short shifter, because it was the one we could find right away. So I'm just, this rubber stuff down here, it goes underneath this plate, so these little rubber nipples stay out. There's 4 bolts here, and 2 screws here, and then that'll go on top. Unfortunately my shifter will not work with this, so I gotta go find another one. Then Nate's underneath doing stuff down there.
So make sure you install this piece prior to putting the transmission in, because you have to pretty much undo everything that you had to do to be able to get it in. And a little bit of twerking and a little bit of bending, because if this was gone, it would slide right in. See? Dink, 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 dink. Super frustrating. Stupid bolt. Dink. Never had to do one of these, but it's a reverse lockout, and I found a cotter pin for it. And now I will insert it. I put a washer on it just for S&Gs. You might not need it, but I like it because it gives you that extra security. And done. Shouldn't come off. Shouldn't and is are 2 different words, but there you go. Pull the reverse. Hit. Ta-da! Functioning. All this is bolted in. And there we go. Shift linkages are proper.
Okay, so I'm going to try to modify my WRX boot here, shift boot. So what I did is it's literally these tabs are just glued on in this collar, so I might have to like kind of cut a little bit, or maybe I can just pull it down slightly. Now I'm gonna have to cut it, so I'm just gonna follow this little line. As you can see, there are like little lines down here. I'm gonna cut that and see. So cutting these down a little bit further, I was able to stretch it over this whole thing, and then all I did was fold these tabs in, just kind of shore it up a little bit, and there we go. That's how you DIY a WRX boot to fit with the STI shifter. Looks pretty clean.
Hey, what you doing?
I'm unboxing my axles from Driveshaft shop. I think I got stickers. Specialized in the impossible. Yes, they do. Because these axles are very special. They're literally meant for people who do the R180 diff in a narrow body. So it's the perfect size for it. And possibly.
Oh, another sticker.
Oh no, another sticker. And these are the Motorsports CV boots. So.
Sticker down. Sticker down.
There we go. Easy peasy.
Ooh, the shaft. It's so round and tube-like. Oh, that's sick. They even put the sticker on it.
Right?
Hope that doesn't throw off the balance.
Oh my god. Quit being such a nerd.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Reverse stance nation. So yeah, I just removed the top to let kind of flay it out, and then I'll be able to hopefully get the axles in all nice and proper. So, and then one key. Ooh, circle, circle. Make sure that it goes in nice and straight so you do not damage any of that. Lube it up, get it good. Wish me luck. Okay, looks like I got it in. I just gotta put this upper control arm back in. But there she be. Looking good. I did have to take off this lower control arm and loosen up that guy so I could actually manipulate the whole part around. And I just need to lube this up and get it in the hole. Oh yeah, almost installed, just tightening up my bits. Sexy hybrid axles. And then all look good fitment wise. I had to just mess with the this guy, so my camber's gonna be all off, and I gotta fix a ride height to make sure that we have the straight axle on it. So yeah, it's buttoning it up. It took a little longer than I wanted to. Kind of squished some fingers, but we will persevere. I gotta drill out these holes, the OEM holes compared to the Driveshaft. A little bit different, a little bit bigger, and the clearance looks good on all this parts. The only concerning part is if I push the Driveshaft all the way in, that is the gap, and I'm not sure how much of a gap I'm allowed up here. This will be questions for my guru. But to get it to sync up, I've had to pull it out a little bit. So hopefully this isn't going to be an issue.
After you install the transmission and diff, you've got to put in 75, 90 gear oil. So the STI one is a little bit longer, like our WRX one kind of ended like about there. So I wonder if I can find something for comparison.
It's going out, but it doesn't go far enough in to actually engage in the flywheel.
I see.
So.
And that's why.
I gotta go pick up propane before I forget.
Tech tips with Josh.
Next up, we got to figure out how to connect the DCCD to the car's ECU.
Okay, so we got the DCCD controller in. We do. Well, we'll see. So this thing requires two grounds. We have the high voltage ground here, and then the low voltage ground here, and then the
Red's a 12-volt ignition wire, so
Yep.
it only gets power when on.
and then the pink one is the tachometer, or is that the brakes?
No, brake.
Okay, brakes. Let's see which purple. There's like two purple. Oh no, that's a brown. Okay, so the purple, isn't that the one to the throttle positioning sensor?
Yes.
Which we found in the ECU. We had to do some digging. I think it was like the second one here. It was, or is it the first one? Let's see. Nope, first one. Because here's our little purple wire. And I believe it was B134 pin 18. Crazy stuff. Then Nate is doing the brake light switch right now. How's it going down there, Nate?
Good.
I'm just wrapping it around this. I'm gonna insulate it and then
Be all good, and then we'll turn it on. And I already did the software update through the USB, and through the laptop is how you can configure it. It does have, let's see, manual, auto, and then the 4 different maps that you can configure. And this is the gain.
installed with 4 maps.
Oh, does it? Oh, cool. And it's got the button selector so you can go through the menu options.
I'm gonna do a wiring recap of what we did, and I hope I make sense. Hopefully. That's my goal. If I don't make any sense, please ask away in the comments below. Let's get started. The white wires go to the transmission. It is the DCCD output. The thick black wire is for the ground, but we put the thick black wire closest to the shifter, and there's a red wire that only turns on when the ignition is on, and we hijacked the cigarette lighter that we never use. And now for the super fun stuff. So there's another ground wire that's a little bit thinner. Per the instructions, said to install that ground as close to the ECU as you can. So we mounted it underneath the ECU. There's a metal plate there that connects to the car. And then there is a purple wire that MapDCCD calls it a TPS input, but on Subaru side they call it the electronic throttle control, which is on B34 pin 18. And if you're looking at the ECU top view, it would be the lowest bundle of wires. The next wire that we did was the pink wire, and that one connects to the brake light switch. That's right above your brake pedal. The one wire we couldn't get to in time that we still need to do is the green wire. It is what connects to the tachometer. On Subaru side, they call it the engine speed output, and that is B136 pin 22. Again, if you're looking top view of the ECU and you haven't like unscrewed it from the plate, it would be the third one from the bottom, or you can say it's the second closest one to the firewall. Woo, that is a lot of information. I'm so sorry guys, that was so brutal. I've highlighted in yellow all the things you would need to connect in order to run the different modes in the DCCD. Hopefully this was helpful, and thanks for listening. Make sure to check out MapDCCD's instructions because they're really specific on where to place wires and just a whole bunch of lots of details.
New transmission, same axles, short shifter from STI, drive shaft.
430 seconds.
Man, look at these beefy hybrid axles. They're pretty heavy.
Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if not a subscriber, please subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next video. Ciao, everybody.
Air horn, insert here. Wah, 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 wah.